straight ahead from right here, please.
Tonight, Dodger Stadium is the site for the annual Kershaw's Challenge Ping Pong for Purpose event. It's the 7th straight year Clayton and Ellen Kershaw have hosted the charity ping pong tournament, which has grown considerably since the inaugural event in 2013, due to the support of athletes, celebrities, sponsors, and generous members of the community.
This thing's heavy. Oh my gosh, okay.
It's overwhelming just to see everybody that comes out, and especially your teammates. You know, I more than anybody know how much a home off night means, to get to be home with your family, your friends, or get to hang out away from the field. So to get such a great turnout from teammates and get to have them all here and playing and enjoying themselves and get to be a part of it really is a special thing, and it makes this night go, it makes this event go, and I'm just so thankful for that.
It just goes to show how good of a dude Kershaw is off the field, what he does with his foundation, with his wife, and they make it fun. They know what they're doing, and it's really fun to come out here and support them.
This is our inspiration as a couple as far as how you can make the world a better place. These Ellen and Clayton are the greatest two human beings, and what they do is mind-blowing. The amount of money and time and effort that they put into making things better is so inspiring to me.
Inspiration that for the Kershaws began over a decade ago, halfway around the world.
When Clayton became a Dodger, I started going to Africa while I was in college. We were both kind of chasing these dreams, and so I hopped on a plane to Africa, and I had to pursue this passion and this dream that I felt like was so strongly put on my heart.
Ellen started doing some camps over there to start her trips to Africa.
Say hello to the camera.
Ellen met Hope in one of these camps, and she just wasn't like the other kids. She wasn't laughing, she wasn't playing. She was really sick, and Ellen was just heartbroken by this girl.
So I met Hope actually my 4th year that I had been going to Zambia, and there was something that was so different about her. We connected instantly from the very first day. She was homeless, she was living on the streets by herself. She was HIV positive. She had a wound on her leg that was about 1 foot long that just wasn't healing, and the HIV made it impossible for it to heal. It was so evident that without our help, Hope would not be able to survive in the conditions that she was in. So while I was there, I called Clayton.
We kind of said, like, hey, let's not call unless it's something urgent, you know, and she just said, we need to help this girl.
We hopped on a plane to Zambia because it was so important for me that he would be able to see this passion of mine and a huge part of my heart that I had left over in Zambia. And so in January 2011, we made our first trip over to Zambia.
Who is that?
Can you see himself?
Yeah, he's seeing himself, along with everybody else.
The first thing that strikes you is the poverty. Literally, I got off the plane and went straight into the villages, and it's overwhelming. You know, it becomes just like a blanket of poverty that you just want to fix and you just can't. But then it becomes one little girl, and I met Hope and got to see Ellen and Hope and what she meant to her.
Without a blink of an eye, Clayton said, anything this girl needs, let's do it. Let's sponsor her, let's make sure she gets the food that she needs, the medical attention that she needs, and we're gonna change this life for this girl.
You know, that started with, you know, trying to get Hope just some basic needs, you know, some food and maybe some clothes, and trying to find her a place to live, and that was the inspiration for Kershaw's Challenge.
Well, this is our land. This is what we are going to build our orphanage on. It's pretty cool to see for the first time. I'm pretty excited. It's a lot bigger than I thought it'd be. It's awesome. So, pretty pumped up.
In 2011, Clayton and Ellen started a charity organization named Kershaw's Challenge and partnered with Arise Africa to fund the construction of an orphanage for Hope to call home.
We are going to begin this ministry to help Hope and girls and boys just like her find a home and have a family.
This is the and this is my bed, and that's my uniform.
Hope was the first one to move in. For the first time, she had a bed to call her own.
Where do you sleep at night? Yeah? On the beach. Yeah? And
It's overwhelming until it becomes that one little girl that you might have a chance to help, and to go from that to where Hope is today is a really cool story.
In addition to their efforts in Africa, Kershaw's Challenge serves at-risk children in the Dominican Republic and in the United States. And the experiences have also made a lasting impact on the Kershaws.
All these kids, they deserve so much more than what they've been given. And if Clayton and I can just make a dent in the blanket of poverty that is out there, that is what we feel called to do. That is why we believe that Clayton has the platform that he's been given to play baseball.
To see what baseball can do, the platform that it can create to raise a lot of money for some awesome causes, and Hope was the starting point of that.
Just real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for being here tonight. This is our 7th annual Ping Pong for Purpose event tonight, so thank you so much for coming out. We're gonna get going here in a minute, but before we do, I just want to do a few quick thank yous, specifically to my teammates. Guys, thank you for coming out tonight. I know it's a home off night, so if we give them a round of applause. Thank you guys so much.
Truly, the work of Kershaw's Challenge could not be done without every single one of y'all here. Every single dollar raised tonight gets to go to these children. We've met these kids. We know these organizations by heart. We have gotten to see these projects start with dirt and go from the ground up. And I have to tell y'all, lives are being changed. So we are partnering with International Justice Mission. We got to go to the Dominican Republic with them this last off season. And what is happening over there is transforming lives.
I was told long ago that if you're fortunate to have healthy kids and a good life, and you feel successful and you feel safe, that it's incumbent upon us to be able to share that with those who aren't. For $6,300, that's the cost to organize law enforcement officials and jurists in the Dominican Republic to be able to raid brothels and get out these underage children who are in sexual servitude, forced to be in that position. They get them out of there, they put them in a safe home, and give them an opportunity to have a life. For $6,300, you can literally save a life. In the right field corner, it's the giving board. Go on over there at some point, put your name on the board, put me down for $6,300 right at the top. Do that. Woo! Let's do that. I will do this as often as they ask me to come and do this, because it's needed. We're having fun, but we're doing it for a good cause.
I'm gonna present the Impact Award tonight. We get to highlight people in the community that we've gotten to know that are doing incredible things. And we've gotten to know Brad and Kim Paisley over the years, and just what they're doing with their nonprofit called The Store is truly an incredible thing. It was a year-round free grocery store that serves individuals and families who are in crisis and seeking self-sufficiency. The Store community empowers and dignifies the people they serve. And we're just so happy and proud to get to present this award to Brad and Kim tonight. Thank you all so much.
When I say that this couple behind us, Clayton and Ellen, are our inspiration on how you can be the best married couple in the world, I'm not exaggerating. Our charity that we're doing in Nashville is something that they were the first to jump on board and donate and be a part of. And anyway, if it can be even half as successful as the things you guys have done, I'm so inspired by your relationship and how you live your lives.
Hey, Brad, sorry, forgot to give you your trophy. There we go.
We're gonna have a great night tonight. We're gonna raise a lot of money, play some fierce ping pong. Do you have a saying like, let's get ready to rumble, but in ping pong terms?
I mean, I think you should say it, because in
Let's get ready to spin!
As Backstage Dodgers continues, the ping pong action heats up. And so does the controversy.
How can they put them together?
I don't know.
Like, how is
I
that
think
right?
Kershaw, I'm pretty sure he rigged it.